Hey guys, how you doing? Thank you for joining us, and as I suspected, we'll talk about those in just a moment. We're going to talk about today ordering for the very first cycle for 2025 Corvette, E-Ray, Stingray, Z06, and no ZR1. I told you guys there's not going to be ordering for ZR1, but there's a lot of conversation right now about ZR1 on the internet, and Chevrolet is scrambling and chasing the rabbit in the hole, trying to get people to take embargoed information down off the internet. Don't worry, guys, you can move on. There's nothing on this website. I understand how it works. Maybe you should reconsider who you're giving that information to in advance that has no stake in the game of representing and helping you sell cars. Just saying, we're not sharing any of that stuff. But what we are going to talk about is what you're probably not going to see tonight, and that is pricing. What do you guys think the starting price in the comments down below is going to be for the 2025 ZR1 Corvette? And you're probably saying, well, Rick, don't you have some information on the ZR1? Yes, but there's no reason, there's no need for me to share it. That's a phone call I don't want and I don't need. I'm going to sit back and I'm just going to watch the show with you guys tonight at 7:30. But let's talk about it in the comments right now in case they don't give us the starting price. I've given it some thought and just really, truly just a guess. My guess is that it starts, now we talked about it yesterday in the pricing for 2025, the Z06 starts just under $114,000. I think the ZR1 starts at $149,900. What do you think of my guess? What's your guess? Now keep in mind, guys, I really do appreciate you being here on the channel, and I ask for your support in the form of subscribership, thumbs up the video, and engagement by making comments down below. There's no commercials in the middle of the video because I want to continue to have in-depth conversations with you guys. So that support does mean a lot. Thank you. Again, put your comment down below. What do you think the starting MSRP is going to be on the 2025 ZR1? So this is the first order cycle for 2025 Corvette, Stingray, E-Ray, and Z06, and no ZR1. And like we've said before, just because it's a new model year, we kind of reset in some regard, but the constraints don't just magically go away. We still have controlled quantities and no quantities and some of the very things that you want. Let's talk about them in detail coming up. Okay, so let's first start off with E-Ray. Again, these apply to allocations being released in this cycle only. Beyond that, if you're at 1100 status, you're waiting for your number to come up, your allocation to come up, these constraints today don't apply unless your order's being released in today's cycle. E-Ray, we told you this was going to be the case, and I knew it. Startup constraint on the new colors, but there are some quantities, so pay attention here. Startup constraint, 0 availability for the country on competition yellow and the new Sebring orange. However, for E-Ray, the new purple Hysteria is startup constraint to limited 3 for the nation for E-Ray. So that's interesting. The new interior, Habanero, whether it's in the leather or the microfiber, is limited to 0 on E-Ray. So the specific constraints for the 2025 Stingrays going in this cycle, non-Z51 suspensions are limited to 237. Our store got none. So if your order is up and you wanted a non-Z51, you're going to have to wait till the next cycle, whenever that may be, and we will continue to keep you up to date on these type of reports each and every time we get one. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification. So all of my allocation this cycle for our store here at Coughlin have to be Z51 suspensions. Let's talk about the startup constraint on new colors. Competition yellow is 0 across the board for the nation, and our store Sebring orange is 0 across the nation. However, Hysteria startup constraint is limited to 26 Stingray in the country, and I got none. Now, unlike E-Ray that got no of the new interior Habanero, whether it's microfiber or leather, Stingray actually gets 6 of each for the new interior. I've not seen an actual picture yet, and for the people that I've talked to that have seen it, I've heard it is gorgeous. More of an orange, which will probably go with the Sebring orange, which you can't get in this cycle anyways, but I think that's going to be gorgeous. You guys are going to love that. I'm kind of curious, so for the 6 people that actually get that in this cycle, actually 12, because you can get 6 microfiber and 6 leather, what exterior color would go well with this Habanero interior? That's going to be more conversation throughout 2025. Really, the only big change for 25 is that, unless you're getting Z51, keep in mind, they've went to more of a high wing format rear spoiler standard on Z51, but it's lower than the high wing, so you might want to opt for spoiler delete, which we should have an option for on Z06, and we don't. Do that and get something a little more to your liking in regards to the aesthetics on a Z51 car. Other constraints, 1LT packages are limited right now. We didn't get any in our store for this order cycle, but they are limited to 105 in the country. And one more constraint for the Stingrays in this very first cycle for 2025, the saga of the Q9i gloss black 20-spoke forged wheel continues in controlled quantities. Numbers look like they're getting a little bit better. 237 available for the nation. We actually got a couple of those. So if you're ordering a Z51 with us in this cycle, you can put that wheel on there if you care to do so. And lastly, Z06 for 2025, first order cycle. Again, this is a little confusing because it doesn't specifically say Z07, but it should, because Z07 component requires the high wing, and the high wings are on constraint, whether it's the carbon flash finish or the visible carbon fiber. Those are both limited to 32 quantity in the nation. Startup constraint for colors. No Sebring orange available for anybody in the nation. The same for competition yellow. However, Hysteria, the new purple, is available to 11 people that would order a Z06 in this very first cycle for 2025. Habanero interior is 0 across the board if you're going to get that, and the ground effects, whether it's the carbon flash finish or the visible carbon fiber, those are limited to 7. And that's 7 each on the carbon flash finish and the visible carbon fiber, so really limited to 14, but they break it out like that. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you're interested in ordering a car, please get a hold of me. We got some great deals right now in 2024s. I've got some more coming in, and happy to put you on the list if you want to specifically order your car for 2025. We don't know anything about ordering for 2025 ZR1. When we do, we'll have a discussion of that for everybody. So, it was so hard to answer the first 50 phone calls that came in between 7 and 8 o'clock this morning. I'm glad you guys are excited, but I do ask for your patience. We'll do all we can to help you guys and provide you with the right information. Again, subscribe to this channel. Make comments down below, especially today. Let me know before the actual reveal tonight at 7:30 with Chevrolet. What do you think the MSRP starting point's going to be for this 2025 ZR1?